I'm the general manager here at the Boston Park Plaza. I was instrumental in getting Boston HelpDesk to the property and to Highgate because I had the good fortune of working with Albert and John and the Boston HelpDesk team at a previous property almost a decade ago at a Hotel Commonwealth. So I knew what their capabilities were. Boston Park Plaza is a 1,060 room iconic Boston hotel. It's started in 1927, and right now it's gone through transformation in 2015, 2016, where we became, for the first time in the hotel history, a Four Diamond hotel. So it allowed us to kind of explore a higher profile client and clientele. So we have everything from pharmaceutical companies to, we have a good contract base with about 10 or 11% of the airlines that currently fly into Logan right now in the summer months, depending on what's happening. There's a high transient volume. Our location is the gateway really to Back Bay. It makes it easy for guests to get around the city and enjoy Newbury and Boylston Street, or the country's oldest park is the Boston Common. Boston's a walking city, so that's probably one of our most sought out comments, is that our location is by far one of the best in the city. And the hotel itself is a city within a city. You have a state of the art gym called Lynx, which is a startup, over 20,000 square feet, has 3 virtual golf pods as far as equipment and kind of space goes. In the lobby level, we have one of the signature Starbucks in the city. We have Leica, which is a kind of a camera shop, but also an art gallery. Kind of serves as that when you arrive to the hotel, and the valet entrance, you see nice photography. And then we have Strega, which is a part of the Smith and Walensky group. So it's kind of a fine dining area. And then our signature restaurant, Off the Common, sits right in the lobby. So that collects all the energy when you're checking in, or if you're going back down for a drink or breakfast or bite to eat in the night. So, and of course a gift shop as well. Boston HelpDesk is all about relationship, and I feel that when you're speaking to them about an issue, there's a strong sense of urgency that it needs to get resolved. They understand the implications. Certainly, if I'm asking, or a leader or department head, that there's over 500 team members on any given day at the property, so they're part of the onboarding process. You don't really feel like you're dealing with a third party. You feel like you're dealing with a team member or a leader of the hotel. They have great relationships, not just with the executive team, with the associates, with anyone that needs any IT. Again, like their onboarding, that really has to go well, right? So if you are starting a new job, and for Boston HelpDesk works with our corporate office to get an email, to get the little stuff of setting up your laptop, however it is, the answer is always yes, and you never get the impression that you're punching a clock with Boston HelpDesk. It's they're staying to the end, and then they're checking in with you. So that speaks volumes. And they do 3 days a week with us, and they can flex that to more if there's special projects. They're just very, part of the family. If you're calling IT, sometimes it's your hair's on fire. You need help right away, and you're dealing with multiple issues potentially, or a system's down. Their demeanor, just in how they resolve it, is enough. Is the weight in gold, right? Like they're very, very just a smooth delivery. They don't panic. They're going to digest it, and they're going to cut through the noise. If there's somebody that is a little frantic on the the user end, they'll be able to see through the trees and make sure that all right, this is the end goal. Let's get it back up, but let's do it in the right way, and kind of put you at ease. And so that's not even something that they need to do, but they just do well. And I think that's a good reason to bring them aboard. It's just their personality. I think I work a lot with Albert just because his division is hospitality. I think John has, some of the other commercial sites, but Albert has just a great demeanor, and he gets it. He understands the fast pace of hospitality, and he understands that what kind of personality and how to counter hoteliers that are going a million miles an hour. They were flexible with us during the pandemic. It wasn't, well, this is our services, take it or leave it. I said, here's what I can afford to pay. I'm trying to keep the lights on. I'm trying to keep as many people employed as possible. And Albert was like, okay, well, let's go down to, 1 day a week, or, and I forgot what the logistics of what we did. And he did that instantaneously and never made you feel bad about it. And he kept in contact, and he did the little extra stuff on top of whatever minimized schedule that we had. He just does business the right way, and you never feel like you're getting had. You never feel negative, right? And he's got, I thought that spoke volumes and really strengthened our resolve. And Boston Help Desk is really committed to Highgate, our portfolio within the city. And I think it's only going to grow, my personal opinion.